women's rugby has had multiple watershed moments. Now, Matatu and Black Fern Renee Holmes is the face of a new generation who'll be at the forefront of the next revolution. Growing up in provincial New Zealand, the multi-talented athlete excelled in other fields, but rugby answered her dreams. She knows the opportunity ahead.
I think there has been such a massive step up already from being part-time contracted last year to full-time this year. There's a lot more expectations off the field, on the field. So I definitely think we're in that area now where we're kind of setting the standard and we're just learning as we go. Like, we're the first ever, so yeah, it's only going to get better. How cool would a full-on super rugby O-picky crossover with Aussie, full-on like full-time professionals for 4 or 5 months, like that kind of. I think we're definitely heading in those directions with this starting, so that's so exciting, and I can't wait for there to be like 10 plus test matches a year for Black Ferns. Like, the world stage level of rugby is another level, another type of feeling, so I can't wait for players coming through to feel that and be exposed to that further on.
Kendra Coxedge won't reap the full benefits of the professional game. The champion halfback is in the twilight of her career and she's at peace with that. But she knows what she wants to see.
A lot of young girls running around with a ball, not standing on the wing and never getting the ball, so actually seeing the girls in the middle of it, in the thick of it, running around, and then you're coming up the ranks and through to, that schoolgirls rugby, the quality of that's even growing. So I know that the quality of coaching probably needs to be better. We probably need to put some resource into that to help with the growth. I think we're getting there, but there definitely needs to be more. And then club rugby will hopefully get stronger, so a lot more club teams playing across the country and not wearing men's jerseys and having not training on the backfield or in a crappy changing room.
The man who runs the game in New Zealand knows eyes are on them, and what they are and aren't doing is being scrutinised. NZR has a big chance to show it remains a leader in the women's game when Aotearoa hosts the Rugby World Cup in October.
It's fair to say, I think, with 2022 being that year of women and girls, that we must act on that and leverage that opportunity. And I think that's where there's a really fair point here, that we have to make sure not only our investment in our environments for those teams, but the way we provide support for communications and engagement, events around them. Then we make sure that it's really slick, professional, that it feels like it's a world-class environment, with world-class events going on around it. And I think that's certainly not too much to ask, and we're really focused on trying to achieve that.
Those who have toiled for years, who have the most right to be cynical, are still determined, still positive, and leading from the front. They remain the game's North Star.
To anyone that is facing roadblocks in women's rugby, I would just say, just keep persisting. Try all different avenues, go around issues or barriers, and just trust that when you're doing the right thing, you know you are.
I was speaking to a promotions guy, manager guy once, and talking about women athletes, and he said they're just so hard to promote. And why? There's some outstanding women out there, some beautiful, outstanding women that in their own right, they should be out there, So yeah, we've just got to obviously keep pushing and eventually we'll get there.
The only solution is to actually believe in a women's sport product, say that it's going to hit these numbers, and then do everything that you can, innovating the sport broadcast to try and get it there.
We've got a genuine pathway to offer the kids, saying, look, this is what we can offer you. We are a great option for you to stay in New Zealand, be supported and stay in a game that we all love.
I think each generation does what it can to take it to the next level, and then hand it over to that generation to do what they can with it and keep moving forward.
Those who have picked up the mantle and the players who'll drive it on have a clear vision of what women's rugby, in fact rugby, looks like next year, in 10 years and beyond.
We have, quality coaches, we're growing quality people, we've got good support, we're not an afterthought, we're at the forefront, and that's how I see the success of the game going in the future.
I've dreamed of being a professional athlete my whole life, and in all honesty, that's why I went, those ways of soccer, because at that time rugby wasn't. And now seeing it it has gone full time, it's just amazing, and I can't wait for the young girls growing up to dream of being a professional rugby player.
There are undoubted flaws in the state of the union, and time and again we've heard the same words: respect, resilience, adaptability. It's been the same since 1891 to the trailblazers of the 80s and 90s, and now still to today's players. The women's game has survived. Surely now generations of women deserve to see it thrive.
Paneke, paneke, paneke,